Hey guys, welcome to Mikey's Video Game Madness, and today we'll be playing Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, which came out a while back. This is the PlayStation 3 version. This is also available on the Xbox 360. I'm not sure if it's on the PC. I don't think it is, but I could be mistaken. I'm probably going to have to do 3 different videos of this without it being super long, because basically you play as 3 different Spider-Mans from 3 different dimensions. It's pretty cool. The sequel is pretty awful.
True believers. Watch as
But
once again,
yeah, so we got Stan Lee's narration that we're going to skip.
Let's get started.
We're going to play as the Amazing Spider-Man. This Spider-Man is voiced by Neil Patrick Harris, who you might know from the Harold or Kumar movies, Doogie Howser, or How I Met Your Mother. He actually did the voice of Spider-Man in the MTV Spider-Man series.
Wait, this quest involves jumping?
Forgot how to climb walls. I haven't played this game in a very long time. That should be like one of my quotes, because I say that an awful lot.
That was just a warm-up.
This game's really good at showing the different kind of art styles
I believe
that
the technical term is stickum powers. Yup, I'm crawling up a wall.
oh, I guess it only let him stick on it until it was ready for the tutorial. But this game's good at showing the different kind of art styles of what the engine's capable of doing. I believe this runs on the not the Quake 3, the Unreal 3 engine. Well, this is kind of a cell shaded look like Borderlands. They put this weird film grain on it, which I don't understand. But each Spider-Man you play as has a different unique art style. This one just kind of looks like a comic book style.
Use your webbing to pull that wall down.
I just realized something. Play as 4 different Spider-Man, not 3, so it'll probably be 4 different videos. What did it say to press? Because I was talking.
And that's called breaking and entering.
But anyway, back to the MTV Spider-Man show. It wasn't on very long. It came out after the Spider-Man movie. And it was actually kind of good. It was computer generated, but the computer generated images were pretty awful. It's weird to think that
What am I doing in the black suit? I hate this thing.
Lisa Loeb
This suit has
actually did the voice of Mary Jane, which is really weird.
Like what? Trying to take over my body?
I said stay
And if you don't know who Lisa Loeb is, she's the
Well, I hope you get the result.
the adorable singer with glasses that sings the song Stay. Look it up. If you ever watched the Sarah Silverman program, which I highly suggest if you like immature humor or whatever. It's a good show, but there's an episode where she finds her dad
and you can run across narrow
and
walls such as this one
they go
without
on
fear of
tour.
falling due to your natural agility
What am I
and
supposed to
powers
do?
of adhesion.
They're called stickum
I have the sound down so I can't hear him talk.
Make that joke already.
Yes, and it was no funnier then. The fragment is at the end of the corridor. Can you swing across to it?
Can I?
I guess that's Madam Web talking. I believe the Spider-Man that does the voice of this is the Spider-Man from the Spectacular Spider-Man show. If you ever fall on this,
I gotta admit, this suit does feel fairly under control.
oh, I had to hold it down. I was just pushing it.
Faster. Maybe this will work out after all. Fingers crossed.
Now I think the Spider-Man show they have now is Ultimate Spider-Man. I'm pretty through with Spider-Man after they quit making Spider-Man 3.
But now I must turn my
I don't
consciousness to
care for the
future
new Spider-Man
until
movie that came out. I don't like it. The guy who voices this particular Spider-Man, I believe, is the guy who did the voice of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, which you can catch really late at night on cable TV.
Just ahead, in fact.
I'm on it.
But on the Sarah Silverman program, sorry, I'm off topic, I usually film about 4 of these videos at one time. In the first video, if you ever hear me pause a lot and stuff like that, it's probably because I'm recording the first video. I take it back, I'm not doing 4 different videos. I forgot there's a tutorial showing you each Spider-Man, so I'm sorry, I lied to you. I'd rather show you a different game unless you guys really want to see more.
You must defeat them in combat.
Tell me about
But I thought it was because after this initial tutorial, which I forgot that you even had to do,
Try a lighter touch. Here comes another. Perhaps something
you actually can pick what Spider-Mans that you want to play as. And each one has like a little short campaign, and then there's a last level that they all work together.
Sure can. Want to see?
Little air launcher. So this Spider-Man is more action oriented. Like the Amazing Spider-Man is more platform oriented.
Perform a combo.
Now this is just going nowhere.
There's slight subtle differences with each Spider-Man.
Try to hit him while he's airborne.
I'm not even sure if this Spider-Man has webs. Oh, he does. I have one Spider-Man, I believe it's 2099. There was a Hulk 2099. I believe that's the date. What comic books, and I didn't like it very much. It's completely different, and it didn't sell very well because it didn't last long. I remember that, and they had a Hulk 2099.
Try to
And they had their own like futuristic versions of Venom and the Green Goblin.
Spider-Man, come here. Oh no, I didn't mean to make him disappear.
On the sequel to this game, which the name bears like fails to come to mind, it like starred this Spider-Man and then the Amazing Spider-Man where he dies and they have to go through parallel universes or something. It got terrible reviews. It was pretty repetitive. Personally, I played it for a short amount of time. But of course, I'm still trying to talk about the Sarah Silverman program, which she's really cute too. I have a lot of different celebrity crushes apparently. If she's cute and obnoxious at the same time, but yeah, she found her dad. She went on the road and sang the Lisa Loeb song "Stay," and this is totally related because I said on the MTV version of Spider-Man, the computer-generated one, Lisa Loeb did Mary Jane's voice, and she sang the Lisa Loeb "Stay" song on tour, and there's this, and she wore the same kind of glasses that Lisa Loeb wears, because Lisa Loeb always wears those black frame, like cat-eyed, like kind of glasses. I don't know what you would call them, but like Sarah Silverman wore the glasses, and there's this one part that Lisa Loeb actually makes a brief cameo on the show where they actually take off Lisa Loeb's glasses from Lisa Loeb and slowly lower them down on stage by a wire to Sarah Silverman. Me explaining it probably takes all the humor out of it because I'm trying to play this game at the same time and it's just not working.
It is imperative to defeat him quickly or retreat, either into the shadows or high above. I have gifted you with new web-swinging powers. They will be useful in this respect.
This film grain works for this noir level, but
use your spider sense to locate the fragment. There, through that gate.
Sorry, I'm trying to listen. I said this film grain works well for this noir level, but sorry. but the rest of
Another opportunity
the
for
game, it
stealth.
doesn't really fit well.
Look, there he goes.
Fear for shadows.
This Spider-Man is almost defenseless. I believe in the comic book he has a gun, but I don't know much about this Spider-Man. It was like a short issue thing where they did different versions of different characters.
Another opportunity for a stealth.
So this is stealth based. This wasn't really a hit with the people who played this game, but out of all the characters, even though this is stealth based, I'm most interested in this one.
Oh, now we're talking. This new wall crawler
I guess
built
because
will
he's
have
the
a
least
drop on these
familiar.
bozos.
Because I read the crap out of Ultimate Spider-Man. I used to read the Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't like Spider-Man 2099 or whatever the hell the date is. Whatever the futuristic date of that comic book is. Too bad I couldn't hear that tutorial.
Keep an eye on it.
You have been spotted.
Don't you have any web attacks?
Spider-Man.
He's glowing, it looks
Warning,
like.
Spider-Man.
That's weird.
You are risking certain death.
Well, you know what? I don't know exactly what to do because I can't hear shit. Because I had, like an idiot, I decided not to wear my headphones. So I'm gonna try to play from memory here. I believe you can sneak up behind them and web them up like I was, but isn't there like a button to go right to the ceiling? See, I have the PlayStation Spider-Man that I played not too long ago permanently implemented into my mind. There has to be a way to jump straight from the ceiling though. Where's that arrow pointing to? I don't understand. Apparently his spider sense looks like a really crappy convenience store camera.
For a stealth attack.
There we go. Does a little takedown thing. Could have sworn though, if I remember correctly, from what I read about the Spider-Man Noir character, I think he had a gun, which would make these segments much easier and would make for a cool game. I do like the graphic style of this, even though this was the least popular levels, but there's parts of this that do get extremely frustrated, not because of the way I'm playing now, because I'm playing without sound and I completely forgot how to play. I wish there was a button combination you could just go to the ceiling. I wonder if you could look at through options. That way you can get an idea of the controls anyway. There's a web zip line thing, but it only makes you zoom from one point to another. Oh, I know what those things point to. That's where his little zip line goes to. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Convenience store camera. Go. Did I not kill somebody? Oh, nope. This is just a tutorial, folks. The levels usually aren't this linear.
The fragment is close. I feel its presence. May I suggest a stealth attack on this dirty louse?
Lady, you're all right.
One thing about this game, and this particular level, is how weak Spider-Man is.
Don't let the bed bugs
Even
bite.
though he could be stealthy, he could fight a little bit better than he actually does. Web pull. Oh, they're trying to teach me something that already taught me before. That was nice of them.
And that's the end of that.
No, Spidey, it's just the beginning. Across
Shut
many
up.
dimensions.
I like you though, Stanley. If it wasn't for you, these fantastic characters would not exist. Now, if you hear that rumbling noise, that's because the fantastic Gwen... We'll play this one level normal. The fantastic Gwen, my yellow Labrador retriever, since the lock on the door doesn't lock all the way, she just headbutts it and busts the door open if she wants to come into my room. And that's, if you heard that sound, that's what that was. I don't know if it came through the microphone or not. I don't care
What do you know?
about
I swing
the
around long
story.
Great. Okay, let's see where this goes.
So basically this game was actually made in response mostly because the Spider-Man Arkham Asylum game was so successful and Activision wanted to cash in on something that was successful. So they wanted to make the perfect Spider-Man game.
Welcome, Spider-Man.
And they tried again after this one. This game did sell well.
This rock, it holds great power.
But gameplay wise and game content wise, it's by far
That
not
wouldn't
as
be
good
very
as
sporting of
Arkham
you.
Asylum.
You speak a great truth.
And
Let
it
it
can't
be your
even
right.
stand beside
Cancer.
Arkham City without spontaneously combusting into
Your
flames.
brave against mine. Come, enter my game of death. Claim your trophy, if you dare.
Alright, that's cool. You jumped over your little Lincoln Log Jurassic Park entryway doors. Come on. You have completed your first challenge. What am I, 3? Do I select this because it's glowing? I don't even care. I don't need to buy anything. I'm grown. You don't have to tell me what to do.
Come, my friend. Do not delay. Hurry, hurry.
So you want me to run through the jungle? Should I not look back?
Do not mock me, Spider-Man.
Wow, you're awfully touchy for a guy who wears leopard print pants. Keep your tights on, I'm coming.
Come, come. We have only scratched the surface.
Seeing you so excited is creeping me out.
Craven. He just doesn't interest me as a bad guy. The only comic book he was kind of interesting in my opinion, was the one where it dies.
Long-range weapons, and of course,
Where he actually dresses up as Spider-Man, showing how psychotic he actually is.
disciples. They've come to study at the foot of the master to learn the art of the hunt. The greatest hunter of all.
And the most
But I guess
monsters.
this game kind of goes by like DC's comics multiverse world that I don't really understand. But I heard it mentioned since
Strike hard, strike fast.
the
and show no
DC
Yeah, let's see if you've
Injustice
got
game
what it
just
takes.
came out, and all the people that are in the comic books are talking about it. It sounds similar. I don't know much about it. Basically, all I know about Batman, even though I used to read some of the comic books and I read like the popular ones, like The Dark Knight Returns, I've seen the movies, and I do have to say the animated movies are really good. I think the animated movies are actually better than the Christopher Nolan movies, but I think Tim Burton's movies are better than Christopher Nolan movies, just for artistic appeal. I don't know, I just like Danny Elfman's soundtrack, and I know that's blasphemy. I've gotten in arguments over it, like at a table amongst friends, and everybody was against me. I was the only one. Luckily I found other people that agree with me, so I knew I wasn't completely crazy. That's the Lincoln Log thing, so I'm going backwards. It's just the Dark Knight tried to take a more serious approach, which is completely fine, and I think that the Christopher Nolan movies are good movies, and they're some of the best superhero movies ever, but that's the problem. In some ways, it doesn't feel like a superhero movie. It feels like a serious movie. Like, I know some of the stuff is kind of non-believable, but everything's kind of logical, and I just like the fantasy aspect of the Tim Burton Batman films, which were completely destroyed when Joel Schumacher took over. And then where am I supposed to go? Look, see, I'm already fucking this shit up.
It seems my men have not proved much of a challenge for you.
I'll go here, and then I'll decide to go here,
Barely survived.
and I'll change my mind and go here. If you fall, it's really not a big deal. It goes into this first person view where he shoots his webs. For you lovely audience, I will demonstrate. Pretty nifty feature. One I wish were in some other Spider-Man games I've played. I think out of all the levels, the Amazing Spider-Man levels and the
First served.
Ultimate Spider-Man levels are probably the most fun.
Victory.
The only thing that I like about the Spider-Man 2099 levels, that I was hesitant to admit that was the second one I like, but there's just this one part where you glide down tall futuristic buildings that I think is pretty cool. Right now I'm kind of confused of what to do because I can't hear. It looks like there could be something over here. Yep. This reminds me of like a Universal Studios, like amusement park, like ride that's supposed to look like the movie. It's just very narrow and it's set pieces, like kind of like the Jurassic Park boat ride, where it looks like you're in Jurassic Park, but it's so narrow you can obviously tell you're not there, but there's so much work on the walls and stuff. It looks legit. So this kind of reminds me of. That probably didn't make much sense when I'm saying it out loud verbally while trying to play a game, but you know. If anything, you can get something out of the sound waves or something. Just the verbal sound of my voice hopefully has some sort of appeal. Now I know how to do an evasive roll. Thanks for telling me last minute, but you know, whatever. Triangle looks like your little web moves. This Spider-Man can get hit by a machete. The noir Spider-Man could not do such a thing.
Many surprises.
He would be decapitated
I'm
instantly.
sorry, were you saying something?
That's just stupid. Just tapping X just to avoid those things. Oh, it's not going to do it again? I wish it was.
Wait for him to come within range.
I do like the Spider-Man spider sense thing where the little wiggly spider
This
sense
begins
lines
the
go
bullet
off
dodging portion of the festivities.
and you have to jump out of the way. Before I read Spider-Man comics, I actually played the video game. I think on Game Boy is the first Spider-Man. Nope, take it back. The first game I ever played that was Spider-Man was the 2600 Spider-Man with the Green Goblin where you had to get the bombs. I almost forgot about that. But the second Spider-Man game that I played was the one on Game Boy where he's almost as tall as the whole screen. And there's this part where you gotta climb up the buildings and get out of the way. And I saw these squiggly lines coming out of his head and I didn't know what it meant.
Here's some for you.
Because I didn't know what the spider sense was. If I would have known that then, I would have known to get the hell out of the way. But I did later on because it wasn't mine, it was a friend's. And he actually could beat the game despite people saying it was hard. It looked like after this one level was actually smooth sailing. It was so, the game was weird. Maybe I'll have to review that one sometime. Or not review it. Although I do have a review section, but I only have like one review of Castlevania 3. Because I actually typed out that review. So when I record videos, I don't pause and seem semi-retarded when I do these videos like I do on these. I hate using the word retarded. It's kind of insensitive, but I'm describing myself, so there's no harm meant to be from that. I'm just swinging around because I don't know what to do. I'm going to stop the video here. You got a good idea of what Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions looks like. Thanks for hanging in there with the beginning of the video. Like I said, this is the first video I'm recording today, and it always has a slow start, and there was a point where I almost wanted to go back and re-record it, but I figured that's part of what filming a live video is like. So I hope some of the information I was trying to convey comes
Who's
through.
having a good time? Raise your hand.
Now I'm engulfed in this game. I always seem to end up in the action part where
Spider-Man, that's what I do.
I'm trying to end the video. So if my grammar or anything or my
I'll keep
pronunciation of anything's off, yeah, I'm talking to you. It's cause I'm playing this game and I can't concentrate really on what I'm saying. It was the best idea to come up with a video game channel when you can't talk and chew bubble gum at the same time. It's genius. But yeah, a few of you like these videos, so I'm happy that I have some fan base. So thank you for watching and putting up with me trying to figure out what to say and whatnot. This is a pretty good game. If you can find it cheap, I'd recommend it. Do not get the one that has just Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2099 in it. It's not that good unless you absolutely fall in love with the action levels in this game. Then you might like it, but be forewarned, it's extremely repetitive. But the storyline's kind of good because Spider-Man dies on it, but you know that. That's not a spoiler alert. Not in this one, the sequel. That's why they're trying to... That's why Spider-Man 2099 is trying to go back in time to help the original Peter Parker from dying. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching and take care. Goodbye.